Now we'll study the nitric acid. Nitric acid is an important acid of nitrogen. It is stable and very strong acid. It acts as oxidizing agent. So here also we will study the formula of nitric acid is HNO3. So first we will study the preparation of nitric acid. In the laboratory, the nitric acid is prepared by heating a mixture of alkali nitrate, that is potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate, with and concentrated sulfuric acid. So when they are treated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, then you will get the bisulfate and the nitric acid. So in the laboratory, the nitric acid is prepared by the reaction of alkali nitrate with sulfuric acid. And the second is, we will study here the manufacture of nitric acid by the Ostwald process. So now for the first, when a mixture of ammonia and air is oxidized, that you already studied, it involves 3 steps. 3 steps are involved in the preparation of nitric acid. The first step is oxidation of ammonia. When it will be asked, write down the chemistry involved in the manufacture of nitric acid, then we will write in these steps. Now the first step is the oxidation of ammonia. When a mixture of ammonia and air is passed over platinum catalyst at 1100 Kelvin, the ammonia is oxidized to nitric oxide, that is ammonia plus oxygen. Then it is converted into nitric oxide plus water. And delta, that is enthalpy change for the formation of nitric oxide, is exothermic minus 89.9 kilojoule. So this is related to the thermodynamics for the reaction. This reaction is exothermic in nature. The reaction is exothermic and the heat of reaction maintains the temperature of the catalyst, because there is a release of heat, so that temperature is required for the breaking or for the maintaining the temperature of the chemical reaction. The second point, the nitric oxide is then oxidized to nitrogen dioxide by air, which is cooled to 323 Kelvin and absorbed in water. This will become the third step. In the second step, we convert the nitric oxide into nitrogen dioxide. So nitric oxide is heated in air and in the presence of catalyst, then it will oxidize to nitrogen dioxide. So the nitric oxide is oxidized to nitrogen dioxide. And the third step, nitrogen dioxide so formed is dissolved in water to get nitric acid. So when it is dissolved in water or absorbed in water, then it is converted into nitric acid, and then some nitric oxide will be formed. That is again sent to the chamber, where it can be again oxidized to nitrogen dioxide. So in this way we can manufacture or we can prepare the nitric acid. So this is for the manufacture of the nitric acid. And then we'll study some properties of the nitric acid. So first we'll study the physical properties. Anhydrous nitric acid is a colorless fuming liquid having a pungent smell. That is having the pungent smell. So when you smell it, then it will cause irritation in your throat. So anhydrous nitric acid is a colorless fuming acid having a pungent smell. The second is, it is soluble in water in all proportion, because the nitric acid can form hydrogen bond with the water molecule. So it is soluble in water, highly soluble in water, or it is soluble in all proportion. Nitric acid usually acquires yellow color due to its decomposition by sunlight into nitrogen dioxide. In the presence of sunlight, the nitric acid decomposed to form nitrogen dioxide, and this is brown in color. That's why the color changes to light yellow color due to the formation of nitrogen dioxide. So these are physical properties. It is soluble in water, form azeotropic mixture also. So many properties are there. So this is about the physical properties. Now we'll study the chemical properties. Now for the chemical properties, study the oxidizing nature of the nitric acid. Nitric acid acts as a strong oxidizing agent as it decomposes to give nascent oxygen easily. So when nitric oxide is heated, then it decomposes to form nitrogen dioxide and nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen means atomic oxygen that is very unstable. So it will easily used by the other substance. So it causes oxidizing nature of the nitric acid. The second, when we heat strongly nitric acid to decompose to give nitric oxide and 3 atoms of oxygen. So this is the cause for the oxidizing nature of the nitric acid. Due to the formation of this nascent oxygen, nitric acid is used as the oxidizing agent or a strong oxidizing agent. The products of oxidation depend upon the concentration of the acid, second the temperature, and the nature of the material undergoing the oxidation reaction. That means the reaction of nitric acids are very complex because the product form depends upon the nature of the substance taken and then the nature of the nitric acid. That means whether you are taking very dilute or it may be 50% or it may be a concentrated nitric acid. Normally when we take dilute acid and when it reacts with the metal, first we will study the reaction with the metals. So when it reacts with the metal and when it is taken in the dilute, in the form of the dilute acid, then normally it forms the nitric oxide. Yes, so when copper reacts with the nitric acid, dilute nitric acid, then it forms copper nitrate, means nitric acid will oxidize copper to copper nitrate, and then nitric acid self-reduce to convert into nitric oxide and water. Same the zinc metal, when react with the nitric acid, then it is converted into zinc nitrate, water and nitric and nitrous oxide. So zinc, when it is oxidized, it forms zinc nitrate, water and the nitrous oxide. And sometimes when we are taking very dilute, then you will get the nitrous acid, and when you are getting 50%, then you will get nitric oxide. So this is the way in which we can explain the oxidation reaction. Now we can write with the concentrated nitric acid. When we take the concentrated nitric acid, then the metal will be oxidized and then it gives the nitrogen dioxide, and that is used for the identification of nitrate ion. So copper when react with concentrated nitric acid, then it forms copper nitrate, nitrogen dioxide. That means brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide will form. Zinc also react with the concentrated nitric acid, then it is zinc nitrate, water and nitrogen dioxide. Metals such as chromium, aluminium do not dissolve in concentrated nitric acid because of the formation of a passive film of oxide on the surfaces. That means the surface of aluminium is coated with the thin layer of aluminium oxide, and that is passive towards the nitric acid, so it does not dissolve into nitric acid. Now we will study the oxidation of non-metal. Nitric acid is very strong oxidizing agent. It can oxidize the non-metal also. For example, the sulfur is oxidized to sulfuric acid, first sulfur dioxide, then sulfuric acid, carbon to carbon dioxide, or this carbon dioxide dissolve into water to form carbonic acid, the iodine to iodic acid. So sulfur is oxidized to sulfuric acid and it gives the nitrogen dioxide. Carbon is oxidized to carbon dioxide and then carbon dioxide dissolve into water to form the carbonic acid. Iodine to iodic acid, iodine is oxidized with nitric acid to form iodic acid, nitrogen dioxide and water. Then phosphorus to phosphoric acid. Phosphorus oxidizes with the concentrated nitric acid to form phosphoric acid, nitrogen dioxide and water. So this is the oxidation of non-metal. Now the one you have done the ring test for the nitrate ion. So when we do the ring test for the nitrate ion, then a brown ring is formed when we make a solution of metal nitrate, any metal nitrate in water, and then we add ferrous sulfate to it. Then again when you are adding the sulfuric acid, then you will get a brown ring. So there is a chemical reaction for the formation of brown ring. When we take a solution of metal nitrate and then when we add ferrous sulfate into it, then ferrous ion will be oxidized to ferric ion. And this ferric ion, when we are adding to sulfuric acid then the ferric ion will be hydrated, and then nitric oxide which is formed here will combine with this complex ion, and then it is called as nitrosoferrous sulfate. So nitrosoferrous, a brown ring of nitrosoferrous sulfate is formed. So in this way we can say for the test for the nitrate ion, we can do the ring test. In this ring test we can identify the ion. If a ring is formed, that means the nitrate ion is present. Now the structure of nitric acid. In the nitric acid, the nitrogen is sp2 hybrid forming one double bond, one coordinate bond and one single bond. So this is the structure for the nitric acid. Now this OH bond is highly polar in nature, and that's why nitric acid can give as H plus ion. Clear? So in the structure of nitric acid, there is one coordinate bond, one double bond, and one OH bond is there. Now because this OH bond is highly polar, that's why nitric acid is an acid, or it is a strong acid.